saying 10. I mean, even though we stand alone, we stand together.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for landing. Fasten your seatbelts. Thank you for flying Air Force Airlines. Oh, me. Call me the captain. Just blaze.
They say a family that prays together stays together, and one that walks apart just falls apart. So together we stand, divided we fall, united we form Voltron and take on all. Let's move, yes. The birds left the nest. I'm all grown up, I gotta fly with the rest. Best of the best is what we strive to be.
You're watching Unpackaged Goods. I'm your host, Jonathan Dieter. We're back. So, lots to talk about, lots to unpackage. This is Unpackaged Goods, where we are unpackaging the goods and consumer packaged goods. So, as you can tell, it's daylight out. There's no television on right now. So, for those of you that get distracted by my football on Thursday nights or Monday nights, look at me taking direct feedback. Alrighty. So, where do we even start? I like to bring up my calendar because I forget everything that happens and goes into a week. So it's Tuesday night, Tuesday afternoon, February 3rd. We're coming to you live. So let's see. What do we want to start with? So last week, the anticipated Shelf touched down in New York City. So we have a lot of fun interviews that you'll see at the end of this of the Bous Cous founder, of Jillian and G's Cheese, Livy's Dates, Hallah bread. God, who else did we have? As a Chia Cup girls, a lot of founders that were in the wild. Really amazing the number of people there who were either on Shelf for the first time or who came up to me and said how much they appreciated being mentioned in the newsletter or the newspaper. Some of these brands have never been out in the wild before. And so for them, it's such a great way to not only get in front of consumers, but get feedback and get to tell their story. It's practice. It's just getting reps in, which is such a beautiful, awesome thing as a brand. And so it really was a great platform for them to do that. And so excited to bring those interviews to life. And besides that, it was a busy week in news. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go rapid fire through the news. And then I think I want this a little bit louder so you can hear it like that. That's how it should sound. Perfect. So we're going to go through this. We'll go through the news. Again, great week in CPG. When you get all those founders together, especially ones that are on the shelf for the first time, and you get to see the reactions, you get to see consumers trying them, you get to see people excited about them and posts. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's a community that we're a part of and getting to support other founders and other creators and just everyone in this space. It's really about bringing everyone up together. I'm not sure when it stopped recording, but we're just going to keep going. So, alrighty, last week in CPG. So, busy week. We'll go through the newsletter. To be honest, something new every week. I'm not surprised at this point. It's just, so welcome back to the Dieter Digest. So, I feel like Jennifer Gardner and Once Upon a Farm will just perpetually be going public. I don't know if they actually ever will, but the big news is that they finally are. So they kicked off their roadshow, which for those of you not familiar with what the process of a roadshow is essentially they have this big shiny deck and they send it out to a bunch of investors and they start to get some initial interest in who is looking to participate and buy shares. And then that's how they determine the price is based off the initial interest and where people say they're going to come in for what levels. So they're estimating a $200 million offering, 11 million shares priced at between $17 and $19. So for those of you totally new to the stock market, you can buy one share of Once Upon a Farm for, let's say, $17. So I think this is going to be a popular IPO. A lot of moms, a lot of parents and fathers and dads of these kids who are eating Once Upon a Farm and looking at the credit card bill and saying, we're buying a lot of Once Upon a Farm. So the big winners, the firm's early investors set to win: Cavu Consumer Partners, Access Capital, S2G Investments, and Cambridge SPG. They were in early. So this isn't just another food brand going public. It's validation that premium children's nutrition has evolved from niche health food to mainstream necessity. And I think that is true. The way that we eat should carry down to our children. So everyone has become so much more health conscious in terms of how they shop at the grocery store, avoiding certain ingredients, oils, you name it. That should be applied to what you're giving your children. And I think that the children's food space, the freeze-dried space, is going to be huge this year. Brands like Nomi. So I'm really excited to see what that has in store. And I think Once Upon a Farm is really setting the groundwork of what that can look like. So let's keep moving. Amazon Grocery, reality check. So I didn't even realize that they had any more Amazon Fresh stores. So 57 of their stores are bye-bye. Ooh, I got to be careful with my hands and this camera will start moving. So I think the lesson is clear. It's grocery retail is hard, requires deep category expertise, not just technological innovation. So these stores that popped up in New York where you could walk in and just pick up anything and walk out, I don't think they ever gained traction because I don't think anything in there was actually very good. So I think they're really just doubling down their efforts on Whole Foods and their delivery mechanisms for Whole Foods. So I think that makes sense. I think you're starting to see more rapid same-day delivery from Whole Foods. So this makes sense. So this was the big one. Oats Overnights, $45 million subscription masterclass. So you've maybe seen Brian Tate on ESPN on the World Series of Poker. Maybe you haven't. He raised $45 million from Asto Consumer Partners after Overnight Oats surpassed $200 million in revenue with 300K active subscribers. That's a lot of consumers they've ingrained in their routine. So 12,000 retail doors and a 300,000 square foot manufacturing facility in Ohio. As you can see, this is a strong business. This proves that subscription-first CPG models can scale to massive revenue. Get ingrained in someone's habits, their daily routine, their weekly routine, how they eat, how they think, how they consume things, and you're going to win big. Oftentimes, subscriptions are cheaper too. So as like a consumer, I can save 5-10% in subscribing to this, no brainer. Then it shows up again, whatever cadence that you selected, a month, 2 months, 3 months. So sometimes that's good. Sometimes when I've signed up for subscriptions, I think of BarkBox for the dog. We signed up for that and got to a point where he had 1 million toys that he just was not going through all of them. Treats were cute and the boxes were really cute, but it was just an overload of toys. I got to that point with Waterboy too. I had a subscription for Waterboy and I think the cadence was just too quick where I was just getting way too much Waterboy. Same with Timeline, this longevity supplement that I tried. So I think that's a lesson for brands that if you're going to have a product that is successful in a subscription model, you got to make it easy to understand and make sure that the recommended cadences actually make sense. So be paying attention. If you're a brand, you're considering a subscription model, does the cadence make sense? Are you encouraging consumers to the right bucket? Sometimes you just get excited and you just want them to buy it as quickly as possible, but you're going to create a bad experience for that consumer if your product is showing up at their door too soon, they still have some left over, then it's stockpiling, then it's the next one shows up the next month and the stockpile more and more and more, and then they cancel it because they say, I had too much. And instead of pausing, they say, no, I just canceled. That has happened to me many times. That is like the direct workflow, whatever experience that I've had. So be very conscious. If you're a brand thinking about subscription model, make sure you are encouraging and educating on the proper cadence for the consumer. I think that's important. Testing. Everything seems to be working so far. So oats. We love oats. We love breakfast. So let's keep moving. It seems like every week there's a bigger fundraise. There's a celebrity fundraise. But I think that Ben Stiller right now is doing the best job. He's so famous. Launching a soda brand for you would think would be easy for someone like him. And the way that he approached it, I think, is really smart because he really focused on distribution, landing those big retail partners, Whole Foods, Walmart, Target, trifecta. And then every bodega and other grocery store here in New York, I'm starting to see them everywhere. So I think that this is really smart. So they raised $3.5 million quietly. SEC filing, we found this. So their retail presence, as I said, is huge. So Ben and Alexander Doman, they're betting that distribution is going to be their Achilles heel. No, that's not the right term. They're betting that investing in their distribution networks early is going to pay off long term. And I think that you can see it's not just like a buzzy celebrity play. It's good. I like it. But they're really focusing on getting it in the hands of people. That's important. So what makes this different from your typical celebrity ventures, you might ask? Stiller secured major retail placement before raising institutional capital, demonstrating product market fit through velocity rather than just star power. When Walmart validates your soda, investors follow. You've built a business, not just a brand activation. I wish I had an actual mic I could drop. That might be a silly addition that I get. Cheap, silly mic. And every time I say something really impactful and meaningful, talking with my hands, here goes my fucking camera. All right, we're still recording. Oh, right there. So, let's keep going. So, good bacteria, 3.2 million for microbiome mission. This caught my eye, really pretty packaging. So we're going to dive in here. So Portland-based Good Bacteria, they secured 3.2 million in seed funding to rewild the microbiome through a 28-day rotating system. Founded by Annabelle Gonzalez, the brand is available at Pop-Up Grocer, Happier Grocer, and it has backings from Brand Project, BAM Ventures, River Park Ventures, and Listen. It's pretty cool. I'm interested to see this. So a lot of people who are increasingly sophisticated about gut health. Beyond just basic probiotics, you're starting to see brands offering systematic microbiome restoration rather than just one-size-fits-all solution capture premium positioning. So when multiple VCs back gut health innovation, it signals institutional belief in personalized wellness at a massive market opportunity. Gut health is huge, but personalized gut health experiences going beyond just the pre- and probiotic pills, supplements, that's pretty cool packaging, cool branding. I think it's going to work. I'm going to check them out. What did I say? Happier and Pop-Up? I haven't been Happier in a while. I'm going to pay them a visit. I like Happier. I find a lot of cool brands. I like the downstairs aspect. I can wander a little bit. I can get lost in the aisles downstairs. They're small, but it's fun. I like it. I'm going to go Happier this week. I have Wednesday Wegmans coming tomorrow, so it's been a while. Alrighty. 3 million. Milways and their $3 million American expansion. These are the cutest little gum packets. So UK-based plastic-free chewing gum. So the brand raised $3 million for U.S. expansion, backed by former Perfetti Van Mel CEO Mehmet Zuzik and former Intergum owner Leon Amron. U.S. retail partners include Sprouts, Mayer, HV, and Fred Meyer. This looks good. New bubble gum. So when the gum industry veterans invest in sustainable alternatives, it validates the environmental positioning can disrupt commodity categories when execution matches messaging. So Milways has raised $10 million total since launching, proving sustainable CPG innovations attract serious institutional capital. Gum. I'm going to have to ask Alan about this, see what he thinks. He might be invested in a gum company. True Start Coffee. They're scaling in the UK. So husband and wife duo, they started True Start. They closed a Series A round led by Jam Jar Investments. So they were founded in 2015 by Simon and Helena Hills. True Start's strength-based product line addresses real consumer needs rather than premium positioning. That would have been a nice touch to have my coffee, my True Start. Be like, my True Start, if you hear this or listen to this and you want to send me some, I would love to try it and do a review for you. Alrighty, Core, $350 million. So Fund 5. $350 million in commitments, building on success with Supergoop, Tarte Cosmetics, Love Wellness, and 4505 Meats. When consumer-focused PE firms raise this scale of capital, institutional appetite for premium lifestyle brands remains robust despite the macro headwinds. I agree. You're seeing a lot of private equity money move into CPG. They see big margins. They see big revenue numbers. They see big subscription numbers like Oats Overnight. It's Oats Overnight, but I will forever call it Overnight Oats because it rolls off the tongue better. Merger Mania. Turn that down a little bit. Merger Mania. Let's go. So General Mills, Moyer Glen divestment. So this is their tomato business that they're saying goodbye. Selling them to Violet Foods. Owned by Amphora Equity Partners. This continues GM's portfolio rationalization after selling their North American yogurt business for $2 billion in late 2024. So when CPG giants divest organic brands to private equity, it signals that premium natural foods require specialized expertise and focused attention that large corporations can't provide. Violet Foods' tomato specialization likely creates more value than GM's broad portfolio approach. Very interesting trend to pay attention to, and we actually had a request on one of our TikToks about a snack divestiture that we're going to walk through, do a deep dive, separate video. Big CPG is really at a crossroads right now where a lot of them are acquiring for innovation that they can't do themselves, and a lot of them are offloading brands that they just can't innovate, can't keep up. So, or it's not worth it. they don't see the upside on it. So Western Smokehouse Partner acquired Junior Smokehouse, enabling them to produce over 160 million pounds of meat products annually by the end of 2026. This represents serious platform building in the better for you meat snack category, which we've seen blowing up with companies like Chomps. So when specialty meat processors scale to 160 million pounds annually, they're building infrastructure to dominate distribution and private label opportunities while maintaining premium position. Founder buyback acceleration. So David Ingalls, he reacquired Zing Bars. So from American Licorice Company, with Dundane Ventures financing it. So prioritizing profitable growth, digital channels like Amazon, TikTok. Separately, David Vital bought out shareholders, including Distill Ventures, to regain full ownership of Starward Whiskey. So these founders' buyback signals that entrepreneurial visions often create more value than corporate integration. When founders raise external capital to reacquire their own companies, they're betting on superior execution compared to corporate owners who couldn't maximize potential. So if you're a celebrity or you're someone who's starting a brand, and I think it's just something to be very mindful of, that when you raise capital too early in the journey, maybe out of necessity, it's where you lose a lot of control, creative vision, strategy, core values, what you set out to build the business on. Does that align with the people you brought in? No, oftentimes it's just a check. So not surprised by this. Charcuterie consolidation. So Charcuterie Artisan, owner of Criminelli, Danielle de El Duca, they acquired Iowa-based La Cuqueria Cured Meats. Did I pronounce that right? Bringing total production space to 600,000 square feet. Premium charcuterie consolidation creates economies of scale while maintaining artisanal positioning. Who would have known? You got the charcuteries buoying up. They're saying, we got to do this together. Economies of scale, Econ 101. Rich Products, Pizza Play, Brynwood Partners, Great Kitchen, and Riches. Let's go. So Brynwood Partners, they sold Great Kitchen Food Company, one of North America's largest private label pizza manufacturers, to a family-owned Rich Products Corporation. Great Kitchen operates 3 facilities and employs over 1,000 associates. That's pretty crazy. So when family-owned food companies acquire private label manufacturers from PE firms, it signals long-term investment in manufacturing capabilities rather than financial engineering. Private label is going to be huge this year. We've been saying this. That's my hill I'm going to die on this year, is that private label's taken over. We taking over. I've been on the real old, just like listening to tunes from middle school. We're going to finish this, going through the news, and then we're going to hop into the interviews. We got some great interviews coming up, so make sure you stay tuned for those or skip ahead, whatever you want to do. They're going to be on YouTube too, so you can watch the visual, also on Spotify. Great time to say, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't followed us on socials, Deets Eats NYC, please rate, review us 5 stars wherever you get your podcast. It means the world to me, seriously. All right, let's bang this out. So Crofter's Canadian Success. So PE firm Power Sustainable Lios acquired Crofter's Organic, one of the fastest growing brands in shelf-stable fruit spreads, with co-investment from BMO Capital Partners and Farm Credit Canada. All right, let's hop into the day to digest. So Brahmi's protein pasta explosion. Lupini beans are going to be hot this year, as you can see. So despite endless protein pasta launches, Brahmi surges to 440% to nearly 15 million thanks to their protein pasta range. Their Target collaboration with Sous on co-branded end caps shows how smart partnerships amplify distribution wins. When Lupini bean brands achieve 15 million in revenue through protein pasta innovation, it proves that unique ingredient positioning can drive massive growth in crowded categories. Look at what Lupini is doing in the pizza aisle. I love it. Lupini's going to dominate this year because he's using the Lupini bean. I love him. He's the best. Damiano, great guy, great founder. Whole Foods, go check him out. So anything Lupini bean based, I think, is going to be big this year. So Church & Dwight, their acquisition excellence. Cerebreth, acquired in 2021, now generates $258 million in revenue, up from $86 million in revenue. Hero Cosmetics, acquired in 2022, reached $345 million in revenue, up from $115 million in revenue. And Touchland continues to roar. This demonstrates how strategic acquirers can 3x revenue within 3 to 4 years through superior distribution and marketing execution without destroying brand equity. LVMH, the wine and spirits division, they saw organic revenue drop 5% year over year, with profits declining further. So Hennessy, Cognac with the primary culprit. People are drinking less. People don't want to drink. So, surprise. Nowadays, THC leadership. These are so good. I love these. 5 milligrams THC. They're light. They're not going to knock you out. They're not going to fuck you up. They're really great. They're nice in a social scene. I love them. If I go to an event, I don't drink anymore. So being able to have one of these is perfect. According to Nielsen's IQ, Nowadays ranks number 1 amongst THC beverage brands by dollar sales across the top 20 retail chains. That's crazy. Good for them. They launched at 120 Sprout stores in Texas and Florida while expanding into Louisiana. So when cannabis beverage brands achieve market leadership while building retail distribution for national dominance post-federal legalization. That was a mouthful. I got to go to the bathroom. Tony has been the best podcast buddy. He's just been sleeping all day. I love this dog. He's the best. All right, so product launches and pivots. So GLP-1 products are going to be a huge theme of the year, and we're already seeing that. So Meva launched a metabolic wellness brand designed specifically for GLP-1 users. With 30 million adults taking these medications, most aren't prepared for appetite suppression, side effects like muscle loss and nutrient imbalances. Founded by Dean and Steven Niger, Gaia Organic co-founders, Meva bridges the nutrition gap with protein shakes, functional boosters, and electrolytes. So this represents massive category creation as GLP-1 usage accelerates. This is going to be huge. I know a lot of people who are on GLP-1s, a lot of people who it's done amazing things for, but this is a huge opportunity for brands and category creation to address consumers that are taking these products. Cough break, water break. This, I think, was the most interesting headline of the week. Senior nutrition innovation. So Lucille is launching a clean label, high protein, high fiber shakes designed specifically for seniors. Founded by recent HBS graduate Jess Hagani, this challenges boosts and ensures commodity positioning with premium ingredients. When Harvard MBAs target senior nutrition with clean formulations, it signals that every demographic deserves better for you alternatives to legacy products. So true. My grandma has Alzheimer's. She's in a facility and she's at an age where she has a really difficult time eating. This is a huge need. And if you've never spent time in an assisted facility or an assisted living facility, they're sad. The people in there have really degraded. And unless you're I don't even think the super nice ones really have access and availability to better for you products like this. And so I think it's going to be a huge category that's been underserved that I think it's important to focus on. And I'm excited to see what brands come out in the space. This is so fun. I have a lot of friends that live in Chicago. The United Center will start selling THC drinks. So live events. So they're going to have Rhythm and Senorita brands, which look really fun. I haven't tried these. That's so cool. I can't wait till they start doing that in New York. I don't know. Maybe they do. No, you know about it. Celebrity brand evolution. So Kylie and Kourtney, their long-awaited collab. So Lemmy teased an upcoming collaboration with Kylie Cosmetics, bringing Kourtney Kardashian's supplement brand together with her half-sister's beauty empire. Hugh Jackman officially joined AG1 as a global brand ambassador after investing in 2021. These represent strategic family business integration and investor to ambassador evolution rather than transactional celebrity endorsements. These are smart. If you're the Kardashian empire, you should be figuring out oh my God, everyone's going to go buy this. Genius. So they should be doing it with all their brands. Cloud, let's get some protein popcorn flavored gummies. I don't know. They have so many brands in their universe. They could do so much. Actually, Cloud has a new flavor coming out and they sent me a bag. That was really fun. That was, no matter how big or how small, you send me something to try, I'm so happy. It usually makes my day. So, Riled Tea released four Jolly Rancher flavors: strawberry, blue raspberry, green apple, and cherry. Crazy. So they're licensing these flavors. That's pretty wild. Absolute Vodka collaborated with Tabasco. So funny. When I used to drink, my mom once made me a martini with hot sauce in it, and it almost killed me. I was like so sick. Christina, you can try this, but not me. Wizard Wellness Allergy Revolution. So longtime beauty executive Lauren Lucree launched Wizard Wellness, applying the Wonder Belly and Ollie treatments to allergy care through sleek branding and clean formulations. Products launch on Amazon and TikTok Shop before hitting Walmart in August. Smart. Think about allergy medicine. Zyrtec, Claritin hasn't really been reinvented. Let's go through the distribution domination. Target's premium acceleration. So swoon. They launched 5 flavors nationwide at Target. We're almost done here. And then we're going to wrap it up and hop into our interviews. Warehouse Club validation. So the Only Bean launched nationwide at Costco and Sam's Club. Matina hit Costco Canada with variety packs. Specialty to mass pipeline. So Blind Tiger expanded to 400 Whole Food stores. A new hit Ulta Beauty. And Wet Hydration launched at the Vitamin Shop. This is just quick, rapid distribution news. Strategic partnerships. Cali Water partnered with Gordon Ramsay's restaurants. Bureau announced nationwide Thompson Hotel partnerships. So when premium brands secure celebrity chef and luxury hospitality partnerships, they're building credibility for mass market expansion. Bureau is going to be huge. We've been talking about this, and we've seen them raise money more recently. They're really right there with Athletic. Oh, see, hands. Start using hands. Athletic is the elephant in the room, but there's room for disruption, and they're there. Hot take. So my unfiltered opinion on this week's madness, the biggest CPG opportunities aren't in creating new categories. They're in serving underserved demographics within existing massive markets. Maeva isn't creating supplements. They're serving 30 million Americans taking GLP-1 medications who need specialized nutrition. Lucille isn't inventing senior nutrition. They're providing clean alternatives to boost and ensures artificial formulations. Once Upon a Farm's $200 million IPO valuation proves that premium kids food has evolved from niche health trend to mainstream necessity. When parents consistently pay more for clean ingredients and investors value that behavior at 9-figure market caps, conscious consumption is officially won. Meanwhile, Amazon's grocery retreat shows that technological innovation can't overcome category expertise and operational complexities. While tech giants struggle with perishable retail, Whole Foods plans 100 plus new stores because premium positioning with curated selection drives profitable growth. Ben Stiller's soda strategy should be studied by every celebrity entrepreneur. He's secured Walmart, Whole Foods, and Target before raising capital, proving velocity through distribution rather than just star power wins. That's how you build businesses, not brand activations. The lesson for every founder: don't chase white space categories. Find massive existing markets with underserved segments that value premium solutions. Whether that's GLP-1 users, seniors, conscious parents, or lupini bean protein seekers, money follows authentic problem solving. Brahmi's 440% growth to 15 million proves that unique ingredient positioning drives massive success, even in crowded categories. Nowadays, dominating the THC beverages while expanding retail shows how category leaders built infrastructure for post-legalization domination. The future belongs to brands that solve real problems for specific people, not brands that create solutions looking for problems. So that's it. If you've made it this far, it means the world to me. Thank you. Please leave us a review. Rate us 5 stars. Leave us a review wherever you get your podcast, YouTube. Make sure you follow us on social media, Shelf NYC. Subscribe to our Substack. And be on the lookout for more content, more podcasts, more videos. So I'm really excited for all these interviews. Really excited to bring these brands to life through content and through media. And so without further ado, here's our interviews. This podcast was brought to you by Trophy Wife, the official finishing salt of unpackaged goods, because you are the prize and so is the salt. There we go. Let's go.
We got a little Bous.
So who are we here with?
Yeah, we are Bous. We're protein packed couscous, world's first. It's also gluten-free, 3 simple ingredients, and it's got 46 grams of protein, 13 grams of fiber per box. And then my favorite part is it takes like 5 minutes to cook. So,
Wow, only 5 minutes.
Only 5 minutes, yeah. It replaces your rice, pasta, We got it today served in a harvest salad.
Cool.
So, it's super versatile. You can eat it hot or cold. We're serving it cold because it is just freezing today in New
And look
York.
at this. You're out on the street slinging in the middle of Nolita.
Got snow everywhere.
I love it. And you're from the mountains, though. Where are you from originally?
We're coming from Carbondale, Colorado, just outside of Aspen.
There we go. So you brought the weather.
Launched like 45 days ago, so we're still learning a ton, but we found that parents love it because it's super high in iron and it doesn't have choking hazards. So they're buying it for their kids. It's super fast to make, as they're coming home from school. I'm not gluten-free, so I didn't think it was that big of a market, but the celiac and gluten intolerant community has just been like raving. We've had a bunch of customers say it's their first time eating couscous in years because they used to love couscous but are now gluten intolerant. So that's been really fun. And then, I don't know. Honestly, it's been cool to watch people change their diet. They're eating it, for lunches and dinner. I am as well.
Yeah.
We're just getting started.
That's super cool. We'll follow along. Bous Cous on Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah,
is that
TikTok,
where we can find you?
Yeah, bouscous.com online.
And order some boxes.
And you can order some boxes.
Let's go. This is epic. And look how pretty the blue is going to have a moment this year. So you guys are definitely on trend with that.
Yeah.
So.
You can eat it.
Are you selling these?
Yeah, they're inside.
How much are they?
Alrighty, so who are we here with?
Hey, I'm Sammy. I'm the founder of Holidays.
Wow. Okay. And so if you can't see this, these are some amazing breads. Tell us a little bit about the story. Like, why did you decide challah bread?
Yeah,
Started
baking bread. I had a childhood challah that was really nostalgic for me, and every week I would try to get my challah closer to that.
I love that.
It's a place called Bagel World in Marlboro, New Jersey.
Okay.
Best challah hands down, and so every week I got my recipe a little closer. And I really never thought to sell it, but I was working in tech. I got laid off, like lots of people do.
Yeah.
And I figured, you know what? While I have some free time, let's bring my bread to the world. And so I grew up in Jersey. You live on the Upper West Side now. I do.
Any dreams or aspirations of having a physical bakery or location?
I don't know. I see this going in so many different directions. It's hard to really decide on one. My first dream, honestly, is my little challah character. Its name is Miss Mozi. And I really want to create a plushie with him. That's so honestly my goal. There's the croissant jelly cat. I want a challah jelly cat of my own.
Well, when you do make that, it'd be a perfect dog toy, so I'll get one for Rigatoni.
Absolutely. Oh my God, Rigatoni deserves a little Miss Mozi.
Yes, he does. Absolutely. So right now, what are the 3 flavors we have?
So right now we have latke, which is a mix of potato and onion. We have everything like the bagel and cookie dough.
Any sneak peeks at maybe future flavors?
Ooh, I think, honestly, I was having some conversations today. I see olive in our future.
Ooh.
Yeah,
maybe
something
a little
like
summer,
olive, sea salt.
I see that as well.
Yeah, I think
Alrighty, so who am I here with?
Hi, I'm Olivia. I own Livis, a small batch chocolate-covered dates business here in New York City.
And tell us a little bit more about your dates.
Yeah, so we get our dates from an organic farm in California. We really like to prioritize high-quality, clean ingredients. So it's a dessert that you can indulge in but feel really good about.
And tell me a little bit about the flavors that we have. These are amazing.
Thank you. So these are probably our best sellers. It really depends what you're into, but the Snickers is the most classic candy bar flavor. Raspberry Chia is another favorite if you love fruit and chocolate together. I love our pistachio personally. We have pistachio butter that's to die for.
Oh my gosh.
And then hazelnut espresso for all of our coffee lovers out there. Delicious.
So good. And how can we find you right now? How can we order
So
Livis?
right now I am doing drops on Hot Plate.
Cool.
So the link is in my bio to sign up. We're currently doing a drop for February for Valentine's Day. I also sell them at Sui Yoga Cafe, and then I do a lot of private orders for parties and direct to consumer.
So if you're a date lover in New York, you gotta look up Livis.
This is the
She's
place
here
to
at the
be.
Shelf this afternoon, and can you find her the rest of the weekend?
Yeah, I'll be
Limited
here tomorrow
supplies?
as well. Yeah,
Okay.
so my dates are in the fridge all weekend. If you want to do a custom box, personalize your flavors, I'll be here tomorrow, Sunday, 12:30 to 5.
I love it. Anything
Thank
else
you.
you want to say about the brand?
Yeah, I think, Livy's is really all about prioritizing a dessert that tastes as delicious as it is healthy and something you can really enjoy and feel good about. We really just want to make something that's beautiful and delicious.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Liv. It was
Thank you.
great
So
to meet
nice
you
to
in the
meet you.
wild. Like,
I'm Jillian from Juice Cheese. We're a whipped, high-protein cottage cheese dip.
and you are here at the Shelf this week.
You're here at the shelf this week.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So tell us why cottage cheese.
Why cottage cheese? When I graduated from college, I was looking for a high-protein, easy-to-use ingredient that would just fit my lifestyle, and cottage cheese was number one opportunity for that. And yeah, we mix it with organic ingredients that are better for you, and we make it something that you actually want to eat.
I love it. And you have the cutest little cow. Tell us about your mascot.
Our mascot is G for G's Cheese. She's really become, I feel like, the face of the brand. You'll see her on the city. We've stickered all around. Yeah, she's super cute.
Oh my God, I love it. And so where can we find you? Here on the Shelf, and then how
Here on the
else can we get you?
shelf, follow us on Instagram. We'll be doing weekly drops on Hot Plate and some upcoming fun events.
I love it. Anything else that we should know? Tell us about your flavors. Your flavors are so fun.
So we have 3 flavors right now. We have a sweet one, which is our salty date. It kind of tastes like the inside of a cannoli. We have a spicy one, which is the chili crunch. And we have a truffy parm, which is my personal favorite. Just like very parming, truffly, and savory and delicious. So good.
I love it. We'll be on the lookout. G's Cheese.
Thanks, guys.
Oh my God. You're...
Hi.
I am Eden,
I'm Liza.
and we are the founders of Eza Chia Cups.
So we started in September. It was just an idea. We were on a walk and decided we wanted to fully go into this. We have always been into health food and the CPG world, and we knew that fiber was really important, protein's really important, and we just wanted to create something that was sustainable for everyday life.
Yeah, fiber is the #1 nutrient gap. There's protein in everything, but we wanted something that was convenient and had protein, but also had fiber. Yes, we have 2 flavors.
We have raspberry mango right here.
And then we have cinnamon chai date. So
Something that was really important to us was having really unique flavors, something that you couldn't buy anywhere else. Go ahead. We're filming in prime time here in NYC. Everyone's got to walk through. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it was a huge priority for us to come up with unique flavors, and also we love that our first 2 flavors are very different.
Yes, and everyone has different takes on it. Like, I'm personally a huge cinnamon chai date girl, but obviously I love my raspberry mango too. But it really depends, like, if you're more like a fruity person or you like the more like cozy cinnamon, that kind of vibe. I just at the shelf. Yeah. So we are planning to do a collaboration with Sweet Girls Eat, Jules. So you might be able to see us in her meal prep, and then we're going to be selling direct to consumer on our website that will be launching really soon as well.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram as a Chia Cups, and we have a lot of information about all of our drops there.
Yes, stay up to date with our news.